Let's go through the differences in the new HybridChart Evolve mobile app. The Charge Manager screen used to have 4 tabs. In the new version, we have made all of the features available on one screen, so no more tabs. The current charges for the day are still at the top. The light blue area now contains all of the options for setting up a charge, which we will go over in detail later. Notice how the diagnosis bubble is orange. Your current diagnoses for this patient will be displayed, and tapping on it will launch the Diagnosis Manager. The charge modules are the same as before. At the bottom, there is a button to launch the camera to take a picture of the face sheet. The summary button is down there too, which will show you all of the charges for this particular patient since they were admitted. These are the options for setting up a charge. Tapping on the bubble will allow you to make adjustments to date of service, primary biller, secondary biller, diagnoses, modifiers, and times. Once you select the charge that you want, this screen looks a bit different. Previously, the back and done buttons were hidden and required you to swipe left to expose them. Now the buttons are in full display. So there are 3 options. Tap anywhere over the charge to add and stay. Tapping the back button will add the charge and take you back to the charge manager for this patient. Tapping the Done button will add the charge and take you all the way back to SuperBill. If you are adding charges as part of a new patient add, then tapping the Done button will take you back to the new patient screen. Let's talk about the Diagnosis Manager. You get to the screen by tapping the orange diagnosis bubble. Any diagnoses for this patient will be at the top like usual. You can unselect charges that you do not want to submit with the current charge. The orange dots on the end allow you to remove the diagnosis or adjust the order. Tapping the Close button at the top left corner will close the Diagnosis Manager and take you back to the Charge Manager screen. For this example, I selected SmartSearch. When finished adding diagnoses, you can tap the back button in the top left corner, which will take you back to the Charge Manager. Or, if you want to select a different diagnosis tool, tap the Menu button in the top right corner. This will take you to the Diagnosis Manager and allow you to select a different tool. In this example, you could see that I searched for AFib. I can tap on a result and it will add the diagnosis to my patient, or I can swipe left and expose 2 buttons. The gray back button adds the diagnosis and goes back to the Charge Manager screen. The purple Expand button will take your search deeper and expand on the diagnosis displayed. So if the results aren't specific enough for what you are searching, the Expand button will let you dig deeper. Okay, I think we are done with charge capture. Let's move on to secure messaging. The envelope icon at the top of most screens takes you to your message feed. This used to display a list of messages in an email-style format and require you to tap on an item to view the message itself. This has been replaced with a feed of messages most recent at the top. Each box contains the details of a specific message about a specific patient. The sender is at the top right corner in purple, along with when the message was sent. The priority of the message is in orange at the top. Regular messages will be blank, but urgent and stat messages will be indicated as such. The patient name and message itself shown in the middle of the box. There are 4 icons below the message, and we will talk about each one individually. The first icon, which looks like a voice bubble, is QuickResponse. This allows you to respond to the message without leaving the screen. Tap the icon, a pop-up will appear, type your message, and then press send. This will be the equivalent of reply all, so you can respond to multiple messages very quickly without leaving the screen. The next icon is the message list. When you tap this icon, a screen will slide up and show you all of the messages to date which have been associated with that particular patient. Closing the slide up screen will bring you right back to the feed where you were. The trash icon will archive this message, which will disappear from view. Last is the option icon. This will launch a menu of options which can be carried out on that particular message. Let's see what this looks like. So in this example, I tapped the option button and here are my options. Quick response we already discussed, and you can launch it from here too. You can reply to the author only or reply all. Both of these options take you to the Compose screen, where you can adjust recipients and the priority. This is not quick response. Forwarding the message will also take you to the Compose screen and allow you to pick a recipient. The message list and archive features are available from this menu. The last option is Patient Info. Tapping this option will launch a slide-up screen containing all of the details about the patient. Closing that slide-up screen will bring you back to the feed where you were. Before we leave secure messaging, let's take a peek at QuickResponse and look at the Compose screen. For QuickResponse, tap the voice bubble icon or select QuickResponse from the options menu. Simply type your response in the text box and press send. A confirmation will appear at the top of the screen once the message has been successfully sent. The Compose screen is very similar to the prior version. Select your patient at the top or pick Not Patient Related for a general message. Click the orange Add Recipients button to add one or more recipients of this message. You can adjust the priority and then type your message in the text box. Press the Send Message button at the bottom to send. So that's it for secure messaging. We are almost done. Let's talk briefly about the menu and adding new patients. The slide-out menu can be opened using the icon in the top left corner. The dashboard icon is now first. Notice the addition of the Messages tab and the Help tab. The Messages tab contains your feed, but also can show you the messages you sent, as well as your archived messages. The Help tab takes you to a support screen which has support options and links, as well as tutorials which you can watch at your leisure. Finally, let's discuss the Add Patient screen. Like before, search for the patient by last name, first name, and/or date of birth. The results are displayed below. Any patients which match your search will appear in the red active census item. Tapping this item will launch a swipe up screen with the list of patients who match. Picking from any of the white items will also open up a swipe up screen and allow you to pick directly from the list. This is the best option since it eliminates extra typing on your part. If there are no matches, then tap the blue Create New Patient button, which will allow you to enter the details of the new patient. This concludes the HybridChart Evolve mobile app What's New summary. If you need additional support, please go online to our support library or contact HybridChart by phone, text, or email.